Yes, sir. And we are back with another one. It's your new favorite podcast. As always, I'm your favorite, Mason.
And you already know it's Corey motherfucking D's, aka Lemon Squeeze with the three at the end, aka the vessel, aka the host of Ho, aka a whole lot of AKAs in this motherfucker.
Damn. Go get the gunshots for you because we gotta.
The gunshots for the AKA.
On the AKAs. What's
On the
up?
AKAs. What's going on? What are we over here talking about today?
Everything. Everything. Got a lot of
Everything.
shit.
This is a mixed topic today for us here on Hush Your Mouth, and yeah, we're just gonna be. We've had a lot of group discussions about a bunch of things this week. We couldn't even decide on the topic on where we wanted to go with things. We just know that we wanted to make it fun and laugh a bit and talk our shit. And that's just what we're doing today. So today's episode is titled Let's Talk About It. Let's talk about it.
Let's. But before we do, Corey, how you doing? How you feeling? How's your mental?
My mental health is pretty good. I think I've been on a good path. I went to New York this past weekend and I had a blast. I seen some family, I seen some friends, and I laughed a lot. I drunk a whole lot.
Mm,
It was just a great time.
that's what's
How was
up.
your week
Wait,
and
wait,
how's
wait.
your
Let's
mental
not
health?
speed past this. You definitely posted some great things on your gram. Posted some good times, some train fun, some of our old stomping grounds, which we won't mention. You posted some good stuff. You look like you was really having a good time. Y'all look like y'all was really lit a few times. I saw City Island
Yeah,
once, and then that was it. So I figured the drinks took over after that.
yeah, yeah. Drinks took over. We had about 6 Henny coladas each. It got crazy. We had a little bit of food because when you go to City Island, you don't really go for the food. You go for the drinks and the
Hmm.
view and the vibe.
Definitely.
So that was exciting. The train was really fun too because my kids they really took the train even like in our last years of living in New York, and we don't have trains here. So they were excited. It was a
Okay.
lot of fun. It was We were 20 deep. So we showed us the BBQs with 20
Dang.
people. So you can imagine that bill. It was ridiculous. So yeah, we had a good time.
And I definitely saw the lap dance too. I'm gonna leave it at that. So my week was really good. My week went off really well. Nothing too exciting. Just chilled for the most part. Worked on actually the show a little bit, trying to improve our audio, trying to improve our visuals and stuff like that. Just trying to level up the way that Hush Your Mouth is presented going forward each and every time. So that's pretty much all I did. I definitely did have some drinks. Did have some drinks. I think I also had a spa day. And let's normalize men going to the spa. There's nothing wrong with men going to the spa.
Nothing wrong.
So I
Nothing
definitely,
wrong.
I definitely went to the spa, which was different. Um, it was different. That's all I can say about that. There was no alcohol at the spa, so that made it even more sobering and relaxing and stuff
Let
like
me tell
that.
you what you gotta do. I'm gonna get you this little thing that you take with you in the spot, so you can just
You're the
take this.
third person to tell me that. It's like, yo, why didn't you sneak liquor? I'm like, yo, I
You're
wasn't even
supposed
thinking about
to.
it.
You're supposed to sneak the liquor in.
I was good. I was good. It was good. It was relaxing. The water was great. The massage was great.
Which
The
spa did you
food
go
was
to?
good.
Did you go to Sojo?
I definitely did. Sojo with the views of everything. There was
Mm-hmm.
definitely a lot of picture taking moments. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Did you
Y'all
take
girls
pictures?
be not as much as the women do.
Yeah,
Y'all take pictures of the rocks and stuff like that. Y'all take pictures of the view. The view is not that great when you look at it because it's like an open lot and then it's a street and then it's water and then it's like the city in the far background. But people love taking pictures, so
some of them pictures be lit. I'm not even gonna lie.
most of them be lit. I'm not gonna hold you. Y'all do y'all thing with the pictures. Women take great pictures. I ain't gonna hold you.
Right.
So so what else is going on?
Nothing's really going on. How are you gonna jump into your Mason's corner with the updates on the news, current events?
The hot topics. Before we get into the hot topics, did you even want to touch on what the topic was originally going to be today? Before we decided we need to add some spice to this and some other things to it.
Which one? Because we went we went through about three different topics today about what we were
The
gonna do.
last one, the faking it in the bedroom.
Okay.
So I think
Okay,
we can
so
touch on that a little bit, and then in our second segment, we'll get into what else is going on in the world.
so me and Miss Lizzie Baby were having a conversation and we decided to call up Mr. Mason over here. And we were talking about faking it till you make it in the bedroom. And yeah, we discovered a few different things like, wow, didn't know you can do that. Wow, how did you do that? And it got real crazy. So I was like, oh, no, this is dope. We need to definitely talk about um we need to definitely talk about a few things with our Hush Your Mouth crew and our viewers. So, Mason, I am going to give you the chance of going first. Of have you ever faked it in the
So
bedroom? How does a man
here's
fake
a
it?
here's a funny thing. Like when people think about faking it, or when you think about faking it, it's usually girls faking it, and that's as far as most people go. But men fake it too. Men fake it too. And I've got news for you. Especially with a condom, you can fake it when it's not happening. It's not fully going there for you, and you want to end this, and you just act like you come, hold on to the condom, you run out the room, and you flush it.
But what do you do if you have a girl that's like, no, let me see, that's adamant about this?
Let
Like,
me see.
no, I want to see. I'm the one that I want to see. I'm the girl that wants to see. I want to see that you did.
I already flushed it. What are you talking
No,
about?
before you even got to the bathroom.
How you stopping me? If I'm hitting it from the back, you're turned this way.
Very
I'm right here
visual.
towards the door. I'm giving you the worst possible visual because I'm talking to you, but I want the audience to understand what I'm saying. So I'm next to the door. You're over here, head facing that way. Do what we got to do. You did what you did. Leave the room and throw it out. Here's why guys fake it. Let me give you the,
Yeah,
the
give me
Optimus
this
story.
there about wow.
So sometimes you get into a situation where what you show up to isn't what you originally wanted, or what you originally got displayed, or what you thought you were getting. So you don't want to be rude, and you don't want to kill the mood. So sometimes you go all the way through it, but this person may not get you there for whatever reason. So if you're doing it for a while, you don't want to do it no more. You gotta end it some way, somehow, some shape, some form. So you fake it. That's why
Right.
I've done it. I've gotten a situation where she was just not what I expected, and I had to go in, and I didn't want to not. So I went in, and I was like, yo, this. Every time I open my eyes, I'm like, this is not what I wanted. So I had to end that real quick.
Oh my gosh. But why didn't you just tell her like, nah, this is not it? So
This was like my first time meeting her, actually. First time meeting her, we only had phone conversations. It was somebody's friend of a friend that thought it was a good idea to have me talk to them.
and then
They
it went.
sounded good, and the pictures that they sent were not what I walked into.
Wait a
So,
minute. So basically you got catfish.
and yeah, actually, yeah. When you think about it, I
So
definitely
basically you
did.
got catfish.
I
So
got
how
cat.
did
That's my
okay,
catfish
wait a
story there.
minute. That's your catfish story because
This
all
happened a
right.
long time ago. I just want to put that on out there.
Yeah,
This
because
this
I'm
wasn't
like sitting
anything
here
recent.
like, okay, wait a minute. So
This is a
how
long time ago.
there's so many things that factor into this because it's kind of like, damn, you got catfish, but how did you still get to the point where you had sex with this person? Because
Because that's the only reason I was going over there at that point in time. Like the only
oh, use the
reason
dog,
was
Nathan.
after
Use the
after having
doggy
that
dog.
conversation, after having multiple conversations, it comes to a point where you're like, "Yo, come over." You know what it is when Shorty's like, "Yo, come over." It's 11 p.m. or even later. Anything after 11, we ain't sitting here Netflixing and chilling.
Oh, I thought the hours was after 12, 1
After
o'clock, when it
12,
becomes in
after
the
1,
AM.
so 11 is good. Like you still going somewhere at 11?
I could still go somewhere at 11. There's
Maybe
bars
in New
and stuff
York, but where
open.
y'all going in PA at 11?
There's stuff still open. Things close at 2.
2. 12.
So if
Same
you
thing.
invite me out, I might come out at 11.
I
Like,
don't know. Well, her intentions was not to go
oh,
out.
she wanted to hit. She
So
wanted you to
yeah,
hit.
that was the whole thing. So that's what I'm saying. Like when the invite was there for the next steps.
Wow. Okay. Well,
So I mean, you don't want to disappoint. So you're there. You're like,
but a guy, you have to be attracted to the person in order to be able to
I mean, you could
get
fake it
up.
for a little. You could get up. You could fake it for a while. You can think about other things, but to get all the way through it, that's takes a different type of mental strength that I don't have, and I didn't have at that time. Definitely didn't have at that time. So I faked it. We had it. She
Was
had a
that
good
the
time.
only time that you ever faked it?
I ain't never speak to her again. Oh,
Well, I'm just talking about in general. Like,
I thought you meant was that the
no.
only time we ever saw each other? I was like, yes, that was first and last time.
Did you feel bad about it?
No,
No.
I
Real
felt
quick.
bad that I was deceived. I felt bad that she thought that it was a good thing to put me out there, giving me wrong information and giving me a picture that clearly wasn't her. I think that was
You got catfished, and I
exactly.
hope
So I mean,
it
I
had to
think
be
I
a
did a
little.
good deed by actually,
You're getting a good deed award. Okay.
yes.
No. Okay.
She said
So
no. I'm gonna applaud
no.
myself.
No, you did
Good
not
job.
support yourself for that. You were not
Boy,
even
you doing a
honest.
good job, boy. Go ahead.
But did you feel like you were being true to yourself in that moment? Like instead of you just going there and just be like, yo, this is not it. This ain't it. Like she says, you don't even look the way you look in the picture. I'm not gonna even play this game with you. Cause like what happened? Did she just never call you or did you never call her? Did you block her once you left? Like
I never called her again though, and like blocked her. And I didn't block her. I just think I never answered the phone. Like I think I ghosted her. I ghosted her
mm-mm.
before ghosting her people was a thing. But I think it was clear because of the deception. If you start a relationship with deception, it should be accepted that deception will come along the way. So you started with deception, so I just reciprocated. I actually was more honest. I wasn't even deceptive. I stopped talking to her. The end.
Wow.
You ain't never catfished anybody? You ain't never been catfished?
Um, I've never catfished anyone. I
We'll
don't.
get to your
I.
Instagram later.
I Are you trying to say I've never catfished anyone? I think I've been catfished, but not really in that way. This is a really funny interest. This is interesting. Okay, so do you guys remember when it was like the phone chat lines, like the loop and shit? Do you guys remember the loop? I'm taking it back for y'all. So this is like the loop days. And me and my friend were like talking to this guy, like, and he was cool, cool personality. His profile, you say your description of like how you look, and you saying it on the phone. Um, and so we decided to cut school one day. It was like high school, like freshman year high school days,
You dating
and
each other.
go and check this guy, right? And we get there, and homeboy's in the wheelchair. You totally forgot to tell us that you couldn't walk. And yeah, that was just like the most like I was like, wait, what are we walking into right now? This is what's a wheelchair accessible apartment? Like, who does he live here with? He opens the door. No, he's like, open the door. And we walk in and boy is in the wheelchair. You got the home health aide there. Like you got jugs of fucking piss. I was pissed off. I was like, girl, I'm not staying here. I'm out. We out. I gotta leave because this is absurd at this point. So I've had people use my pictures though to catfish other people. So there was a profile of me. Like my friends were hitting me like, yo, you got a new page? And I was like, no, I don't have a new page. Like, what's going on? And they were like, oh, well, this page up and it's called Latoya Stay Wet Brown. First of all, do I look like a fucking Latoya to you guys? I don't think I look like a Latoya. Okay, but why
Latoya
did they
Stay
have
Wet
to?
Brown.
Latoya Stay Wet Brown. I wish I could put it up. Then it was like the person was like posting pictures that was taken from me at that time, like a year prior, but it was like they were posting it like in current day, like just got in from the drop off. Like, so they were like, and then the whole page was a bunch of men. Like, all the friends that was being followed was men. I was like, well, what is she trying to do? So I started hitting up the people like that I seen that was like interacting with her, and I'm like, well, that's not her. That she's not me. I'm not her. I don't stay wet, but I stay wet. But no, it's not for y'all. No, but it was just a lot. And then I had them report the page, and then they took it down and stuff like that. But have I personally catfished anyone? No. Not even like made up a fake profiles. People are crazy. Like, make up a fake profile to try to catch your significant other cheating. That's catfishing. Like, why do you feel like you want to why do you want to put your relationship into that type of jeopardy? That's like creating problems. That's so toxic. That's toxic as fuck.
Speaking of that, did you hear about Erica Mena and what she actually did as
Yes.
far as catfishing Sin Santana? Well, it wasn't catfishing. She was posting different things or different like disparaging remarks under Sin's pictures, and then she ended up taking that same
page
and turning it into her kid's page,
her son's page.
Yep.
The new one in the NICU.
Exactly. So
that was so ignorant. And then like, yeah, that was just, and you left the name the same. You can definitely like change the name. So for me, it was just like, why wouldn't you think to change it? Did you think nobody would know?
If you still have the same account and you change the name, you still have all that same activity. So you could have changed the name, but the activities would change. So I think she took the account and changed the name, but the activity was still the same. So once you looked, they cross-referenced it and they saw what they saw. So it was like, oh, she's been like sitting here throwing stones and all kinds of different remarks under Sin's picture this whole time.
Right. Yeah, no, that's first of all, that shows me that you're pressed. Just like people who troll, the trolls. I don't like trolls because
I love trolls.
I think trolls are weird. Like, you're a weirdo. But why do you have this much? And that's what I said under the whole thing about Erica Mena. I was like, yo, like, who has this type of time to create fake pages, to say things, to make people more relevant? Like, what kind of, like, why do you want to, I can't remember half of my regular accounts. So why do I want to have multiple accounts where I'm like talking about people or trolling? That's a thing. Like, people are crazy.
Nah, I love trolls. I think they're funny. I think trolls, for the most part, are funny.
They need to see a therapist.
You gotta, well, they do, but you put them in perspective. Like Tekashi 6ix9ine, like I put it in perspective. Like none of that is real. None of that is anything that I concern myself with. It's strictly entertainment. If you look at it like that, you just be like, ah, whatever. But people take it to heart. So for me, trolling is just comedy. It's just people being funny and stuff like that, and I don't read much into it. I don't think most people too. And what you notice is the more you give it attention, is the more it becomes something bigger anyway. So trolls are just funny.
But as far as me ever faking it, do you think I ever faked it? Do you think I ever faked it? Do you think
I think every woman has faked it.
Does anybody in the audience think that I ever faked it?
I think every woman's faked it.
Every woman has faked it.
Every woman. At one point in
Did you ever fake it?
Every woman has faked it.
Do you fake it? Did you ever fake it?
Nah.
Side panel said
no. Don't put me in that. So I definitely faked it. I'm about my motherfucking coins. No. So sometimes you just gotta fake it. So my story is a little bit different, and I had Miss Lizzie Baby bugging out yesterday, talking about this. I was basically telling her, like, one time this dude thought that he was in, but he wasn't really in. He actually was just between my thighs. But he thought he was going to town on my motherfucking thighs. So I realized it, and I was like, well, we're just gonna go. We're gonna go with this. Like, And yeah, I put the sound effects on. I have really thick thighs. Sometimes they rub together. So like it created some type of moisture there. I don't know for that person. And yeah,
Did he finish?
he finished. He thought
And
he hit.
and what did you do? What
I
sounds
finished.
did you make? You were.
I finished. I finished. But so
Did
the
you ever tell
question,
him you did a bad job, or did you ever tell him the sex was whack, or did you ever tell him anything to lead him to like understand what was going on?
no, why do I need to tell you that you're not in the pussy? You've been in the pussy your whole life. You came out of a pussy. I'm pretty sure you fucked a few bitches. Like, there's no reason why you don't know what pussy feels like and you think my thighs are the pussy. I don't know. But I do have a really nice butt, right? So maybe it's the visual. Because sometimes for people, the visual is what gets them there, right? To the home run. So
To the home run. Keep going with your sports references.
I'm gonna be a sports commentator, and you guys are gonna be like, "How did she get here?"
Oh no, that's coming up in the next segment. We're going to talk about the loss, but keep going.
Losers.
Keep
Why
going.
would you do that to me?
No, but we're talking about this guy that was.
Not in the pussy.
That's the soundbite right there.
So me,
218.
so me and Miss Lizzie Baby, I was like, well, damn, does that mean that does it count? I don't think it counts. It doesn't count because technically,
Yes, it does count. Y'all was
count.
naked. It counts. It
it
always
doesn't count.
counts. Why do girls always try to not count bodies? Like y'all be like on some finding creative
think not
ways.
to.
We was not in a bed, so that doesn't count. Like we was in a stairwell, so that doesn't count. Or we was like in the car, that doesn't count. Like only the bed counts. Like for whatever reason, you girls are always trying to like cut your body to count down by like just
Listen.
taking people off.
Listen, if I didn't finish, it doesn't count. If you didn't finish, it doesn't count. If you was never in the pussy, it doesn't count. If I don't, yeah, it just don't count. Yeah, no, it doesn't count.
It counts.
If I didn't spin the block, it don't count. If I didn't spin the block, it don't count. So if you was a one night, it don't count.
So one night stands don't count?
He a thigh
Damn.
body. That's right,
Damn.
Miss Lizzie. It does not count.
That
He's a
changes
thigh
my whole
body.
entire body count. What?
If I wait, so you count the one nights?
I count every time I have a sexual encounter. It's an encounter. It counts.
No. What if it's just like oral sex? What if the person just gave you like head? Does it count? Is that a body?
Oral sex.
But is it a body? It's not a body.
That's
It's not. Look, it's not a body. Look, of course you would say it's not a body.
Oh.
Like,
So I could run it. So then it's not cheating. Then it's not a body. It's not cheating. It's the same thing.
What?
So if it's not a body, it's not cheating because I'm not really having sex because you're saying it don't count. So I can have oral sex or I can receive oral sex because it's not.
cheating, bro.
Texting is cheating, so that's cheating. Listen, do
So
not.
it's not a body, but so what if we never text, but we just she just sucked me off. So we good? That's not a body that don't count.
No, wait a minute. No, you're in a relationship. You shouldn't be having no
relationship.
one nights. You shouldn't have no one nights if you're in a relationship. So you shouldn't even be visiting the aspect of someone sucking you off or not.
I went to a
whatever.
party and things happen,
You went
but
to a
it doesn't count.
How does
So
things
why?
happen? Okay, wait. How
Things
does things
happen all
happen
the
when you're in a
time. Things
relationship?
happen.
No, it doesn't
Things
work
happen.
that way. You cannot bend this to make this work for you, Mason.
It's
That's
not
not
for
how
me.
this
This isn't for me. This is a general statement. I am pleading the case of humanity, not me. So I just want to know, like, how does that work? Like, because if it doesn't count, if it's not a body, if it's a body, then I don't have any problems. But if it's not a body, then how is it cheating? Because it's not
Right.
a body. It's nothing.
It's cheating because I'm pretty sure your significant other or whoever you are with would not approve of you getting head sucked off specifically from another
licked up.
person other than themselves.
Girls get head too.
Yeah, no, right.
So
So
it doesn't count, right?
no, it doesn't count. No, don't try to remix this, Mason.
I'm just repeating
Anyway,
what
back
you're
to
saying.
my
I repeat
story.
what you're saying back to you. So let's see where it goes. Continue.
Back to my story. So it was like the question was, did you feel like you had to fake it? In that moment, we're already here. So it's kind of like we're already here. So it's like I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's the fact that you were going to town on the thighs. Like it's that for me. So I just don't even want to tell you that. Like I'm so hurt for you to not know why, like that you're in the pussy. That I don't even want to tell you. So I felt like in that moment, like it's not about me. This is about you type of thing. I was more so concerned about that person's feelings. Does that make sense?
Listen, I think we need to normalize because I, for one, think that we shouldn't continue on bad behavior. And the only way that bad behavior can stop is if it's corrected. Bad behavior equals bad sex. So if you are participating or allowing this bad behavior to continue, he's over here smacking thighs left or right, and he should not be. He should be knowing, listen, this is what the pussy looks like. This is where you need to go. Point it in this direction.
I didn't like him enough to teach him, and y'all know that sex is not like really high on my list of things.
I want you to like you enough to tell him.
I didn't like it was just something happening in the moment. You know, we all have those moments that just happening in the moment.
Now we having moments.
You know, I'm reading the comments.
I noticed.
I'm laughing.
I'm still in the conversation though, but I'm still here with you.
In the conversation, Miss Lizzie, baby, whenever you're ready, just let me know, my dear, because apparently the viewers and the people want you here on this show, even though they sound crazy. Troll.net.
It's all good. I love you, trolls. Continue trolling. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment.
Make sure you share so the other trolls
do all this shit.
You. Like,
talk your shit. I like it.
I love when people talk their shit. But anyway, so
continue with your thigh slapper.
Were you in a relationship when you faked it? So it's like the question was basically asking like, have you faked it with your partner? I'm so fortunate to be in a situation where I can't fake it with my partner like ever. Like it's just that intimate. So we're gonna leave that right there. Don't sip your tea, Nathan.
Yeah, because you can't, man. Is it okay? We need to get to the point where we say, yo, this shit does not work for me. Like, it needs to be like.
But you know what? I am that girl, though. I'm the girl that will be like when in my younger days, and I was in a relationship with someone, and like he was humping me like a rabbit, and I had to stop him and say, "Excuse me, sir, are you just trying to bust a nut here? Because that's not what we're doing." And I'll tell you to like get up, get off me. We're not doing this. I'm very blunt in that way. But the thigh guy, he was just going to town on them thighs, and I was like,
man, you should have corrected the thigh guy.
No,
thigh guy shouldn't have gotten that far. Like I think I've
to see if he could actually come from my thighs. I thought that was amazing.
Maybe he wanted those thighs. Maybe he just wanted thighs.
Do you know how many girls actually feel like they have to have sex with their partner or whoever that they're dealing with sometimes, and they just might not feel like they're up to it? So, ladies, let me tell you the trick. You place the dick between your thighs, very close to your vagina.
That is not a trick. Don't do that. Disclaimer: do not do that. Do not do that. No one wants that. Come on, stay out the comments.
Okay, I'm gonna get into the private chat because I'm like,
I'm gonna just start talking when you start looking in the comments.
Yeah, when I start looking at the comments,
normalizing correction of bad behavior. I think bad sex is bad behavior, and I think that it should be normalized to correct it. So if you're having bad sex, I think you should tell that person, "Hey, this wasn't the best experience, and you could do better."
Well, we need
not with me, but in life.
We need to.
I think I've given some very like mediocre experiences, and I'm like, I know this was mediocre. Like,
So why do you not show up every day willing to give your best shot?
Because sometimes there's other things influencing that. You've never had a bad performance?
No, sir. Have I had a bad performance? No.
Okay.
If I show up to the work. If I show up to work.
Hey, that's what you call it, the work.
The work.
Hey, side panel, the work.
I'm giving the work. No, I don't want to. I'm giving the work, Mason. I don't want to be a bad performance. You know why? Because this is a talent. This is a sport. Just like any other sport, you want to always give it your best game. You want to shoot 50 shots, threes, free throws, all that. We're taking it to the top.
I just wanted you to keep going with the basketball reference. Yeah. I don't know what you're saying, so I'll just be letting you rock.
Yeah, no, I have to always I gotta monitor myself with the basketball terminology. So yeah, I want to be Giannis. I want to be Giannis in the game, even though I love my sons.
What's his name?
Giannis.
Giannis.
Don't.
So Guinness.
Giannis.
Giannis.
Giannis. You know what I'm talking about. Okompo.
All right, let's not even butcher that man's name. Shout out to him. But we'll still get to that.
Oh, we're not there yet?
Oh, we're not there yet. We got time for that bad boy.
All right. So
But I really think everybody's had a bad performance. Women tend to think that they don't have a bad performance.
What's a bad performance in a woman? Oh, I know what's a bad performance because I grew up with a brother. Thank God, God bless his soul. But he taught me things and it's probably weird to some people, but my brother is 6 years older than me, and he used to tell me, like, first of all, he used to run through girls like he wanted me to see what guys can do to girls. So he would have a revolving door of bitches. Okay. Like it's one here at 10 a.m. Then the next one's here at 2. Then the next one's here at 6. It was a shift of bitches. And I was like, this is absurd. Like, how do you do this? This is a lot of energy. But he wanted me to see what the potential that guys had dealing with women. And he told me that when a girl leaves fast, it's because she was there laying on her back. She wasn't moving. She wasn't doing anything. That's a bad performance. Ladies, do not ever lay on your back. Do not just lay there and think he's going to do the work. All you got to do is show up with the good box. No, that's not true. You do not just show up with the good box.
You know what I found out? Pretty girls do that the most. But
do they do that the most?
The most.
Why? Because they think all they got to do is lay there and be cute.
I mean, they look good and they cute. They have the right body parts, but they feel like them just showing up is enough to just
get you there.
Happen. Yep.
No. Ladies, there is, like, you have to come there with everything. You don't go to work with your tools unsharpened. Don't show up to work with your tools unsharpened because it just sounds absurd. Like, you need to go there with your persona on. You need to have your little whole bag of items that you may need. Like, and you go there and you show out. Don't ever let him beat you or whoever it is that you're sleeping with beat you. I see it as a competition. Right, babe?
This is a sport. This is a competition. And how do you determine the winners and the losers?
You'll know who the winner is. You'll know.
How?
You'll know. You'll know okay, because who gets tired first? Who's laid out? Who sleep? If I put you to sleep, I won.
Or maybe it's 4:00 in the morning.
No, I won.
So I'm tired. Like
no.
Like, people be taking credit for the wrong shit. Let me like, oh, I'll put you to sleep. It's 5:00 in the morning.
No, nigga,
and I've been up since 5:00, so I'm tired. You ain't put me to sleep, but you know. You can take that credit, but sometimes we got to look at the environment and what's happening.
How would you say if a woman has won? How would you say if a woman has won? What do you determine? How do you determine who comes the most? Who comes the most? Because most of the time, guys can come one time and they're done. But then you have some guys that's like can come like back to back, and then that's just like, whoa. That's when you got to be scared. You got to really put your fucking cowgirl boots on and your hat, and you gotta go crazy.
Cowgirl boots. That's another thing. All girls do not ride the same, but that's a bit different topic. I'm gonna let that go. No, because you're a girl, so you tell me why girls don't all ride the same or ride at all. Some girls are just not built for that.
So I used to be a girl that didn't ride. Let's just talk about this real quick. I didn't think that it was like I didn't know how to do it. And my sister, she took the time out of her day to show me the right way because this was something I was
How
concerned
does
about.
that happen, y'all? One afternoon after
No, it
school?
was like we were talking, and I was like, "Girl, like I feel so, insecure about this. Like I'm this, that, and the third in the bedroom, but I don't know how to ride." And she was like, "Girl, you don't know how to ride. Let me tell you. Let me show you." She showed me. We had a lesson. Girls, you need to talk to other girls to be able to exchange techniques. That's how you can become many girls in one body. That's how you do it. You got to talk to people. You
That's
can't be
another
scared
thing.
to
Is that how you guys learn?
do other
Y'all
friends.
learn? Yeah, that's how you learn.
Girls' night.
your
What do you
next
think
move.
happens at our girls' nights? What do you think is
Y'all
going on?
practice. Y'all practice y'all next moves. Is
We
that what happens?
practice our next moves.
Put me on because I think y'all just play games and smoke hookah. But go ahead. What do y'all do at girls' night?
Girls' nights consist of talking, drinking, smoking hookah, dancing, twerking, which is also a lesson. We all share moves when we're all twerking. Promise you. Um, Sexual conversations, therapy. Girls' nights are so fun, and I encourage all girls to have them. So if you don't have enough friends, it's okay. Find one or two. You guys can have a lit girls' night. Y'all make it what y'all want to make it.
Fellas, normalize having guys' night. Let's talk about the same things. Hoes,
Hoes?
I guess. What are we
What?
talking about?
What about hoes?
Guys, girls.
Everybody's hoes.
That's what y'all talk about. Like you said, y'all talk about guys. You talk about different sexual positions or whatever.
We talk about everything. Girls' nights are fun. I think that it's necessary for 2 girls' nights per month.
2 girls' nights per month.
2 girls' nights per month. Every other week.
I think y'all have a girls' night or a girls' encounter every day. I call it the group chat. I feel like y'all group chat everything. I feel like if a guy's doing a good job, he'll end. That's my biggest fear. My biggest fear is to end up in the group
In
chat.
the group chat. Oh my God.
And not be the 10 of 10 guy because
The
that
one
10
we're
of 10
laughing at.
recommendation could get you around the world or it could stop your whole entire show. So I've seen girls recommend other guys and be like, yo, that dick was a 10 out of 10. And next thing you know, somebody else in the group chat is having that community peak.
I'm violating the girl code today, y'all.
Okay. All right.
Because, but this is a tip and a secret that I learned over time from the guys who don't know it out there. If you want to know what your bitch is really up to, don't go on her phone looking for. Don't go on her. I don't support going at her phone. But if you go on her phone, don't go looking for her conversations with the other niggas. Go look for her conversations with her friends. That is where you will find out who your girlfriend really is.
What's in there?
Everything.
What are y'all talking about?
Everything.
Give me an example, things you've heard maybe 2 years ago.
Miss Lizzie, baby, where are you? We done heard
Not
about
just
so
me
much
and you.
stuff. Okay.
What did y'all talk about?
You talk about everything under the sun. So who has the wag dick? Who has the little dicks? Who thought they had a chance but really didn't have a chance? It's everything that you could think of that whatever you're scared of, your biggest fears, Mason, is in a group chat. So just know that you're in someone's group chat.
Oh no, I'm sure I'm in someone's group chat, and it's a fear. I don't know what's being said. I don't know how many times it's been said. I know for a fact that I'm in girls' group chats when they go, "Hey, this is Mason, the one I told you about." I'm like, okay. Then they go to the next friend. Oh
Yeah,
it's
the one I
Mason,
told you
about. Like, wait a minute. You tell all your. This could either be good or
No,
bad.
we in a group chat talking about you.
Oh man. And I've heard girls talk about other dudes like in front of me. I've heard the breakdown in a bad way, and I don't even know how that looks. And what's funny is that I end up sleeping with that same girl the same night, so it was really weird. But she is just open. She just says it all. I don't know if it was the liquor or whatever, but she definitely let it be known that she and her friend slept with the same guy, and they both had a negative report. And I'm like,
Yes, like girls. So some girls follow up after girls. I've had situations where I followed up, or somebody
how does
followed
that
up.
work? You followed up? I'm always curious to know that. Like, how does that work when you follow up behind a friend? Like, do y'all feel a way about each other?
It's the same way that it works for guys. The same way guys follow up, It's
I
the
don't
same
like
way
following
girls
up
can
behind my
follow up.
friends.
You never followed up.
I'm to this point right now. I've never smashed somebody that I knowingly am friends with somebody that they smashed.
Well, I won't say
Knowingly.
I smashed, but I
I've
followed
been the
up.
first one. I've been the first one.
And then someone's followed up after you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't. I mean, so like I spoke about this previously on a previous episode that we had, where like my cousin was talking to someone, and she smashed,
Uh-huh.
but me and that person had a genuine energy type of connection. So I was like, well, how would you feel if this and that? So I'm always the type that I'm going to be like, ask for permission. So I asked her. She's like, oh, I don't care about that nigga. I just hit. Da, da, da. It was good. The dick was good. Da, da, da. That's how my cousin talk. Shout out
That's
to
that's the positive review.
Yeah, she gave a positive review.
Gentlemen,
And
those positive
then,
reviews could go a long way.
yeah, so after the positive review, it was like, oh, all right, well, I'm going to shoot my shot. And yeah. So, okay, smashing the homies. That's different than following up. Smashing the homies is different than following up.
Well, finish with your smashing, following up, and then we're gonna talk about smashing the homies because apparently you got stories to tell.
I
Story
do
time.
story time. It's story time today on Hush Your Mouth. Y'all gonna get this one time and one time only.
This is work. It's
This
that
is
work.
this is
That's what it is all the time. It's that work. That's your
This
new T-shirt. It's that work.
It's that work.
It's that work.
Oh man. So basically, like I said, he was cool. I thought we had an energy type of connection. We were both like in tune with a lot of things. We were woke people. So I found someone who was in a likeness of myself and into the things that I was into at that time. And we had great conversations, but we never had sex. So I don't know for sure if the dick was good because I don't know.
So how did you
Like,
follow up?
I followed up because I talked to him. So that was a follow up. My cousin talked to him first. That was a follow up. I didn't like sleep with him.
This went from being a juicy story to being wow.
Like, y'all got catfish.
They definitely did. Me too. I was there too.
No,
Got me.
I didn't. I never like smashed after one of my friends on. Yeah, no, never smashed after one of my friends. Smashed the homies.
Let's put that back up there.
I've smashed a homie or two before.
This is where you tell the story.
You know, I'm the type of person that you gotta bring it out of me. You gotta pull it out of me.
Pause.
I don't just offer information. That's just like telling on yourself.
Okay, this is not the police. But
This is the internet.
that's true.
That's
True.
worse than the police.
Without saying names, was it enjoyable? Did you double back?
It was two different. Okay, so first of all, this happened on two different occasions. One when I was a teenager, one when I was a young adult, maybe like in my early 20s. Let's be clear.
That's the disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. This happened a long time ago.
A long time ago, way yonder, in a land that nobody knows these days. But so basically, okay, in my teen years, I lost my virginity to one person, and then like got into a relationship with their brother. Pow.
Okay.
Gunshot. I don't know.
Listen, let me get to that gunshot. I was.
Yeah. Got into a relationship with their brother. But it was like we were in a long relationship. Like we were planning like a life together. Like he knew that I lost my virginity to his brother. It was not like one of those things. Because I think that anything that you want to do with yourself, you can do it with class, right? So even in those type of situations, people have it so fucked up that they think that like, oh, she fucked two niggas that know each other. Like, bitch, the internet and the world is small now. Everybody knows each other or knows of each other. So before the internet was like a big thing, like, yeah, when like his brother was interested in me, and I was like, "Oh, you're dope," but I fucked your brother,
Oh,
lost my
you
virginity to
told
your
him,
brother, so don't know
and
how
he
to
knew this
tell
going
what
in.
to do. Huh?
He knew this going in.
He was like, "What?"
He knew this going in. He knew this going
He
in.
knew this going in. I'm a very upfront and open person, like upfront and honest as fuck. So yeah, I was like, yeah, definitely. Used to fuck with your brother. Guess lost my virginity. Fucked him out 5 times. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you want to still pursue this. And he was like, yeah, no, I still want to pursue this. I still want to pursue you. I want you to be my girlfriend. I love you. I like you, for you, and so on and so forth. And that's just what happened. And I was like, okay. And we lasted for about a year and a half together. A year and a half.
How'd y'all break up? Why'd y'all break up? Because if you could go through that, I think you could go through anything.
And he wasn't scared. And the thing about him that I want to give him a big shout out because he wasn't scared to tell people that I was his girlfriend. Like he wasn't scared to bring me around family members. So yeah, shout out to you. Shout out to you. You were dope as fuck. Like
I don't know
it
who
takes
you
a
are, brother, but shout out to you.
it takes a real man to be able to have that type of confidence. Like be like, yeah, bro, I know you hit whatever is the case, but this is my bitch now. This is what it is. And he
You see that as
protected me
confidence?
or whatever. It's something because not a
No,
lot of men can
I'm
do
just
that.
asking.
That's confidence. I think that's confidence.
We'll get into that. Continue.
Or do you think it's something else?
I don't know what that is. Is that confidence?
You can't put that. You can't put yourself in that situation.
I mean, no. He's like, it's one of those situations where he's like, "Yo, it is what it is," and
But he
I
chose
respect him
this
for it.
situation. He chose it.
I mean, you can still feel a way about situations you choose. Like, two things can be true. Like, I could have chosen that situation and still feel a way. Like,
Why? You walked into it openly.
why still feel a way? Because if you sit down and, like, here's my thing. Like, we're sitting at the table. It's Thanksgiving, and I need to be the only one that can say, "Yo, I've smashed her." But if like several people at my Thanksgiving table could say the same thing, it feels some type of way. Would you feel some type of way if you were sitting at Thanksgiving table and like, you know,
I've been at the Thanksgiving table and there was several people. There was several people who was able to say that they smashed the same person at the Thanksgiving table. I've been at the Thanksgiving table.
and while you were mature enough to get over that, did you not feel any type of way at any point? At any point. Come on,
So
be open and honest. You can say yes, I felt the way at some point, but you're mature enough to get over it. There's nothing wrong with it.
I
Like
mean,
people need to be like,
it's one
okay to
thing.
feel away.
It's one thing to say, like, I feel away or whatever the case is, like, but I think when you know who you are in your relationship or you know who you are to that person, it doesn't even matter about, I don't think so. I don't think so. I personally don't think so. It doesn't matter to me that you once smashed this person because are you smashing this person now?
Mm-hmm.
Are you now? No, you can't. You can't even get next to this person because I'm with this person.
I agree. Like, I think that that's a level of maturity that a lot of people aren't at. But I'm
Like me and
recognizing
Miss
the
Lizzie
people.
Baby have the same children's dad. Like that's a real thing. That's my girl. But we can sit here and have stories about how we smashed the same person
Because you're
at the
mature.
Thanksgiving
And
table.
you're mature. I mean, I'll tell you a story. I went to a baby shower once, very, very, very long time ago. And in that baby shower, it was a double baby shower. Mind you, I slept with both the people that were having a baby shower. They were neighbors and they wanted to one up each other. So one upping each other was like sleeping with me because I was a boyfriend of another girl who I'm pretty sure she doesn't watch this. She follows me on Instagram, but
Right.
it is what it is. This won't be the clip that we put out.
This is a clip. I'm
but
producing it.
definitely not. So like I was there and I was uncomfortable. Mind you, like they all don't know what happened. They all living their separate lives. Everybody's living their separate lives, but I'm sitting there uncomfortable just because I know that baby mother number one, I was there. Baby mother number two, I was there. And then sister over here, I was there too. So it was like, this is kind of weird. So for me, that was a weird situation, and I felt weird about it. But I was mature enough. I was there, and I, did the right thing, whatever the case may be. But I felt weird. And that's okay. It's nothing wrong with me feeling weird in that situation. That's why I said it. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Smash.
you felt weird. I don't know. So
Both of them. It was so crazy.
I mean, I've been in the room with multiple people that I've not multiple. That sounds so bad. But like, I've been in the room with two people that I've smashed before. I actually have been like, I have made acquainted my partner with people that I've actually slept with before because we're friends now. Yeah, we hit.
How do you introduce that person? This is Todd and we used to smash.
No, I mean,
this
of course, I would talk to my
smash.
partner ahead of time and be like, "Hey, like this is still my friend. We still have a friendship outside of the fact that we are no longer together. So, like, I want you to meet this person. So, one, you could be comfortable with our friendship. Two, you can know, like, you could see the interaction to be able to determine for yourself if that works for our relationship or whatever the case is. But yeah, no, I be having my fucking people around each other because some of them are still
do too.
Sorry?
J-Lo do too.
Yeah, J-Lo. I'm a J-Lo. Modern day J-Lo, just a black version. You know. We're all gonna hang out. Like, what's the problem?
Listen,
like that was the past. This is what's going on right now. That's mature as fuck. Like when you're two people are able to understand that friendships are built, relationships are built, and there's no more sexual connections going on between each other. It's not that big of a deal. It's only as big as the one person or the next person makes it.
Yeah, I find it to be a little scary when you hide people.
When you hide in the people,
so
like
when you're not telling me the truth, I find it to be like I don't want to hear the details. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't want to know. I don't want comparisons. I don't want
no.
But I would like to know if I'm in that person's presence. You got to put me on.
But just like I could have my significant other be around people that I've previously dated, I can be around people that they previously dated too.
And how does that introduction work?
So you already know about the people that they've dated before, right? Because you guys are in a relationship, so you guys have those type of conversations.
I don't always tell everything because certain things weren't anything to tell.
To talk about.
Exactly. So like for instance, if you're in the entertainment industry is very small. I think there was a statistic that, there's about, no, that's not a statistic. Somebody actually said this. It's about 1,000 women that get passed around in the entertainment industry. Just about 1,000.
That's crazy.
Because it's a small industry and people date who they're around. You date who you're at work with. You date who you hang out with. And the same people hang out in the same circles. So after a while of hanging out in the same circles, you start dating the same people.
Right. So I always say that about the entertainment industry, that they always share the same people.
They do. And what for them is, it's like, you know what? I'm with this person now. You could look at Sierra. She was with Bow Wow. She was with
50 Cent.
That one we usually skip over. But she was with Bow Wow. She was with Bow Wow. She was with Future. You look at Joy. Joy was with Future. Joy was with Bow Wow as well. So, I mean,
she has kids.
Joy is his baby mom.
First of all, I want to talk about Future and Bow Wow real quick, just for a brief second. They like the same type of bitches. I don't know if